You don't need stairs to learn how to skate stairs. So there are some skate parks that look like this, and some skate parks that look like this. Can you tell the difference? So what I'm saying is you could learn to ollie down this ramp just as easily as you could learn to ollie down these stairs. But if you're ollieing down the ramp, you're less likely to get hurt. The reason you're less likely to get hurt is when you land in the ramp, you keep rolling. But when you land in the middle of the last stair, you get hung up on it. Also, if you fall back and you hit your head or you get your hand lodged in the stair, you're more likely to get hurt on this sharp, rigid corner than on a smooth ramp. I mean, nobody's gonna film a trick on those stairs and think it's actually cool. They'll just film it in the streets. If it's just there for practice, you might as well put a ramp there. Because sometimes there'll be skate parks where there's a rail in the middle of the pyramid and there's a ramp up to that rail and there's stairs on the other side. So people who are regular footed can backside board slide it, and people who are goofy footed can frontside 50-50 it. But the opposite side, there's stairs. So people who are regular footed can't frontside 50-50 it, and people who are goofy footed can't backside board slide it because of those stairs. This quarter pipe is the entire reason I made this video. People are always skating this like a stair set because there's a perfect run up at the top that goes into the parking lot up there. It goes into the basketball court goes into the parking lot, so you can get speed to do any kind of trick down here. And then you've got a ton of flat ground on this side. It's definitely safer because if you land and you shoot out and you fall backwards, you have this to catch you. It's like a couch. It's comfortable and you're not falling all the way to the ground. You're not landing on sharp corners of concrete. So when you're learning to skate stairs, if you're lucky enough to find a 2-set, that's like the perfect thing for learning on. You want to learn to go off just a 1-set, a curb, first. Learn to ollie up a curb and down a curb. But after that, a 2-set really bridges that gap between a curb and stairs. If you can't find that, a 3-set works, but the 2-set would be a little bit easier to just kind of build your way up slowly so you don't get hurt. These days, skate park 3-sets are usually kind of long and you have to ollie a lot farther. This is kind of like the length of a 5-set, but it's just a 3-set. So you have to go a lot faster. If you can find an actual street 3-set, they're a little bit shorter and easier to skate. When you're learning to skate stairs, you have to learn to pop at the right time before your wheels roll off. You have to get to the point where you have that muscle memory and you know where to pop, that you're not going to pop too late or too early. If you pop too early, you'll have more space to clear. If you pop too late, you're not going to have any pop because your wheels are going to roll off. Is because when you ollie downstairs, you're looking forward because you're moving forward. You're not looking down at your feet to see when to ollie. If you're looking down at your feet, you're going to freak yourself out. You're looking forward where you're going, and that's where you're going. If you're looking down at the ground, you might end up on the ground. So you could have some kind of grass gap or dirt gap from concrete to concrete, and the grass or the dirt doesn't hurt as much to land on. And then if you even have grass at the end, falling in grass just doesn't hurt. So that could be a little bit easier. If this little concrete wall wasn't here, this would be a good example of that. I think the reason we see so many stair sets in skate parks is because they look cool. They look aesthetically pleasing. Like, this park wouldn't look as good without the corners, without those hard edges. It makes it look less organic and more man-made, more structural. And sometimes they'll be painted cool and stuff like that. But really, I think some of these stair sets are pointless at this skate park. Another thing I see people ollie into is Euro gaps. Now this is the world's worst Euro gap right here. It's got like a 1.5 foot ramp and then like a 3 foot gap. But some skate parks have Euro gaps that are like just a small gap and a big ramp that you can land into. I've ollied into this one, but it's easier to just ollie to flat than to land in this ramp. You want kind of a mellow ramp to land in. You don't want to be ollieing into a steep ramp because that's even harder than just ollieing to flat. When you're learning to ollie stairs, it's better to have a stair set with a lot of room at the bottom, nothing to run into. I don't really like this corner stair set as much because if you mess up, there's more stuff to smack your head on, more dangerous stuff to run into. This skate park is a great example of stuff to run into, pointless stuff. So over here in this section, we've got a whole bunch of ledges that nobody skates. They don't have coping or metal on them or anything like that. This one's really tall. If it was shorter, people would do manuals and stuff on it. But a lot of skaters here are just beginners and nobody really skates this section. We've got a pole jam, a ledge, corner ledge. That ledge around the corner is fun to manual, but it's really hard to grind because, you know, it's like a street ledge. So this side is waxed up a little bit, but most of the stuff really isn't waxed up. The corner over there is not really waxed up at all. Another thing people try to do is ollie over something into a ramp. And this gets a little more dangerous because you could get scared and bail and like roll your ankle or something into the ramp. It's definitely easy to roll your ankle when you're ollieing into a ramp, so you got to commit to it. I think it will teach you to commit to things though, because when you're ollieing stairs, the biggest problem is just not committing. Like you can do it, but you just throw the board away for no reason at all. I know when I was learning to ollie 5 sets as a kid, I would just toss the board away for no reason. But when you're landing in a ramp, it kind of forces you to commit to it. We see this with skate parks around here like Berry Hill. There's a lot of fake brick and fake stone, just kind of carved in and painted, and aesthetically it adds a lot. But when it comes to functionality, it's not necessarily more functional. You could get more air if you didn't have to worry about the texture of the brick. That friction does take away some of your speed. Maybe that could help you in certain things going slower, but friction absolutely takes away speed, no matter what. The smooth surface that was there before this brick was added or carved in would have generated more speed. They're trying to make the skate park look like a street spot. But the skate park's never going to be a street spot. The skate park is built for skating. The reason street skating is different is because street obstacles weren't built for skating. That's like when Steve Barra made those fake obstacles in the street with metal coping on them and put stickers on them to look like brick. People got mad at him for that. He put it in his street part because it's not a street obstacle. It was designed for skating. The reason street skating is cool is because you're skating things that weren't designed for skating and you're doing something creative, doing something different on something that was intended for a different purpose. So yeah, if you're filming at the skate park, it might make it look cool, but really skate parks are training facilities. They're never going to be street skating. It's a totally different thing. There's definitely a group of skateboarders at most skate parks that think that aesthetics is the most important thing when it comes to skateboarding. We'll call them the squishies. So the squishies are fine if they never learn to ollie or if they never progress their skating in any way. They just want to dress nice and carry a skateboard around as a kind of accessory, like a purse. So that's fine if you're a squishy squish. You know, you can have a really pretty skate park. You can take lots of pictures there. It's almost like a little portrait studio when you go to some of these skate parks. Of course, I like creative stuff in the skate park. Not every skate park is a training facility for street league, like some of these heartless Los Angeles skate parks. But I also like functionality when it comes to skate parks. So these little metal skate parks, they don't need stairs. the stairs are pointless. It's usually the worst, most low-budget skate parks, the ones that they plop down on top of an old tennis court or an old basketball court. If you feel like you need stairs in order to ollie something, just skate street. It's going to look cooler anyway. So some skate parks have more squishies than others. Some skate parks in certain areas have a lot more hardies, or hardy hearts, or roughies. I don't know. I'm just making up words. But the opposite of squishies. These guys will get in a fight over anything. They have a lot to prove, and they take themselves way too serious. They should realize they're not even serious people. I mean, they're rolling around on a child's toy, a child's plaything, a piece of wood with urethane wheels, bearings. It is a toy. Skateboarding is not serious. It's a joke. It's dumb. It's silly. Stress is an interesting thing. Like when you really stress out about ollieing down a set of stairs or doing a trick, it's going to make it harder. It's like dropping in on vert. That's one of those things that's really scary for people to do. But once you do it, you can do it every time. Our body's good at healing certain stresses on our body. Like if you get a paper cut, it heals. If you break a bone, it heals. But when you think about something stressful in your mind, it sickens your body, it weakens your body. Stress, along with lack of sleep and bad nutrition, negatively affects your health. So if you're stressed to do a trick, if you're worried, if you're scared, then work your way up. Slow down. Try to get to the point where you're not worried about it and you're having fun, you're enjoying yourself. That's when you're gonna progress faster. Now, sometimes when I have to land something, I'll land it. Like when I found out they were gonna tear down that ramp, I learned like 2 tricks a day until the last day. It pushed me. Also, when I'm skating with people that are really good, sometimes it pushes me. It's like it rubs off on me. It's like their energy rubs off on me in some way. Also, I feel like sometimes when I'm not thinking about it, that's when I land the trick. Especially with vert, ollieing stairs is the same thing. Because we overthink it so much. We talk ourselves out of doing it. We think about all the bad things that could happen. Don't think about those things. If you really want to do it, just commit to it. You're going to get hurt a lot less if you just commit to it than if you try to bail or kick the board away. That's how I felt with rock to fakies on the vert ramp. You can't really bail from that. So when you're learning to ollie downstairs, just work your way up. Get to the point where you feel comfortable doing it, where it's going to be natural. It's just going to feel like something you would normally do. Just relax, stay loose, don't stiffen up, and that's when you'll land it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got a lot of videos on this page, so I'd appreciate it if you scroll through the page, check out some of my other videos. There might be something you enjoy in there, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.